bright and beautiful winter's day in North Yorkshire. As the morning sun melts the first frost, the moors come alive. Wildlife brave the bitter air, and farm animals graze on crisp, grassy pastures. Snuggled up at the surgery, there are plenty of patients to keep the team busy.
Come on, Bramble. You know, don't you, you crafty girl?
Well, most of them.
Distracted by a cute kitten, yet again.
But not for long, as out in the elements, a newborn needs Julian's help.
I'm going to see a young calf today. It's a 2 or 3 day old calf. It's quite weak and he's not wanting to stand up. It's very abnormal to see a 3 day old calf still lying down. The farmer was very worried about its chances. Right.
Keith Byrne has been breeding calves for decades, and he knows time is against them.
So we rely on the calves getting up and going really quickly, because that's basically nature, isn't it? If they don't thrive from the start, they're never going to thrive. You know, it's just the first few days that are the most critical, really.
Has he made much effort to move around? Or?
He doesn't really. I mean, he just will not get up. He's just not showing any desire to sort of join the living world, really. 3 days old is quite an exciting time for a calf, because they've just learnt the legs and they're in a new world, and they're almost like a spring lamb.
That's what he should be doing, mate. Skipping and flicking their ears around and investigating the world.
Yeah.
And he's not investigated anything other than this small area.
But it's soon obvious why.
He's breathing quite heavily. There's certainly some noise in his chest, particularly on the right side of his chest, which would fit in with the pneumonia kind of infection. I'm also a little bit worried. His navel's quite swollen and quite damp there, and they're signs really of infection getting in through the navel and probably settling down in his lungs. His temperature's still quite high, it's 103. The main thing that he needs is a course of antibiotics and also some drugs to bring his temperature down. Are you all right? Just hold his head just around there like that. So this will go straight into his vein, and that then obviously works pretty much immediately. There we are.
He's going to be more vulnerable if he's just laying all the time.
Exactly, yeah. If he's standing up, then the navel's obviously off the ground.
They need to get him up on his feet.
You'll have to be up and about, calf, though, because there's no future for you if you won't stand up.
Julian spots another problem.
I've just noticed his front legs are kind of bent. In young calves, if they don't get up and about quite quickly, the tendons don't stretch. It makes it quite difficult just physically to stand up, and I think that might be adding to the calf's problems as well. I hadn't noticed that before when he was curled up. That leg really needs to be straighter than that, and that's going to be hampering his chances.
It's a vicious circle.
It's critical that calves can stand up and move around so they can get to the udder of the mother, so they can feed and suckle. If he can't drink, then he'll get weaker and weaker. It's a difficult one, really, to know what the prognosis holds for this calf. You don't get far as a calf if you can't stand up and you can't drink. The situation that we're dealing with now is a kind of pessimistic situation.
Back at the practice, Peter's next patient is one of their most senior citizens.
This is Salsa. He's a 18, 19, 20-year-old, something like that, cat. We've had him since he was a kitten. Yeah, I know. He's very vocal, always has been. You're not feeling good, are you? He hasn't eaten properly for 3 or 4 days.
It's completely out of character. and worrying owners Anne and Val.
He's normally very, very good at eating.
He squeals at you loads. As soon as you get up, he's asking for food. He comes upstairs, or he used to come upstairs and yowl at you from the moment you got up.
Tried him with all sorts of different things. I've had 3 or 4 different types of food this week. Haven't I?
Mm-hmm.
And then
we put the pouches in hot water to warm them up so they smell better and they're warm for his breakfast and that sort of thing, and that's not worked either, so just don't know.
Salsa's no spring chicken, so they're fearing the worst.
We know he's not great, so we don't know. I'm going to cry now. Just even talking about it, whether he's going to be saying goodbye.
Would you like to come through? Salsa,
Salsa?
not so good.
No, we're not sure if this is going to be his last one.
Oh, a senior citizen, isn't he?
Yeah.
Hello, Salsa.
It's a little bit sort of scruffy roughy, but
Yeah.
He's always been like that.
He's got the lived-in look, hasn't he? It
Yeah.
looks as if he's just been to a party.
He hadn't eaten properly for about the last 4 days.
Right, okay.
And he ate a bit yesterday, but he's been sick and everything as well.
Been sick?
Yeah.
Do you want me to hold him here?
Would you like?
Good boy.
Heart rate's up a bit.
Yeah.
Quite a lot, really.
Peter soon gets to the bottom of his troubles.
I think I know what his problem is. I think he hasn't had a poo. He's incredibly constipated.
Better than what I was expecting.
Yeah.
It looks as if he's had ready mix in there, and I think that's why he's been sick. The fecal matter extends right from his rectum, right away up his descending colon.
No wonder you walk more like John Wayne, mate.
He's got the John Wayne walk, has he? We shouldn't laugh at you, because it's not a laughing matter. I think it may be worth seeing if we can break that fecal matter down with a nice big enema and stuff some liquid up there, give him a good flush out. We're going to unbung you, aren't we? Good boy. I'll get on with him straight away.
See you later, mate.
All right, then.
See you later.
See ya.
Oh, bugger.
It's not a nice job for Salsa, this, and it's not a nice job to have to do just before your evening meal, but hey, it's got to be done. We'll unbung the drain.
As Yorkshire's wildlife adapts to winter's icy grip, livestock shelter in secluded barns. Farmer Keith Byrne is keeping a close eye on his herd. Earlier, Julian visited one of his desperately sick calves.
He's breathing quite heavily. His temperature's high, it's 103, which would fit in with the pneumonia infection. He needs antibiotics.
Too weak to move, the calf's legs were causing another problem.
His front legs are kind of bent. If the tendons are too tight, it makes it quite difficult just physically to stand up. There's no future for you if you won't stand up.
To save him, dedicated Keith has turned his hand from farming to physio.
What we're trying to do is just put gentle pressure on the leg to stretch some ligaments. You can actually feel the tendons springing when you just gently rock some weight onto him. Doing this sort of 4 or 5 times a day.
It's a labour of love.
Farming's a funny world, you don't like to give up on them really. In terms of cost effectiveness, he probably won't make me any money whatsoever, this little man. You tend to do it because you love it and you don't like giving up and losing animals really. It goes against the grain to give up on an animal.
Julian's heading back to see how he's doing.
Keith's been putting in a lot of work from what I gather, and it'll be nice to just see, hopefully, if the work's all come to fruition today.
Hiya.
How's he getting on? Oh, he's on his feet.
He stands on his feet.
Last time he couldn't really stand up at all, could he?
Now that I've got him drinking off the bottle, every time he goes down I stop feeding him so that it's an incentive for him to stand.
And he's big, he's grown quite a bit.
Yeah, he has. I think he's eager to drink and he's doing really well.
See what his chest sounds like, because his lungs were a little bit noisy as well, weren't they, before?
Yeah. Yeah, he's had a few things go wrong with him, haven't they?
That sounds perfectly good now. Okay, good. He's quite a lucky calf, I think, all in all. So he's doing all right now, isn't he? You'll find now that he's getting up of his own accord, he should just go from strength to strength. With a combination of medication and Keith's hard work and perseverance, this is what he's like now. He's like a different calf altogether. It's really nice to see this little fella doing so well.
I feel quite pleased how it's gone, really, because there's so many times when things don't work out, and you get days which is quite demoralising. You get your successes as well, and that's what makes farming worth it, really.
Salsa.
Earlier, 19-year-old Salsa was brought into the surgery.
He's a lovely cat. Drooling. He's no teeth. When I get to that stage, I'll drool as well.
It's no laughing matter for this old boy. He's suffering from severe constipation.
You still feel that tummy? It's like rock, isn't it? What's happened is that he's now off his food, been sick, which isn't... When they get as badly constipated as this, that does happen. The bowel's very, very badly stretched. These faeces, I think, have been building up probably for a week. We need to break all this faecal mass down in his tummy.
It's going to mean getting their hands dirty.
Sometimes you need gloves for very sterile procedures, but this is probably at the other end of the spectrum, and so I'm going to put my gloves on, not so much to benefit Salsa, but to benefit me when I'm having my tea.
Rehab bit there.
It's like a bloody big lump of bone or something in there. Sand, it's like sandy stuff. It's like clay. Ladies go for these detoxification sessions, I believe, where they have colonic irrigation. Well, this is extreme colonic irrigation. I've got some soap. Squeeze, lubricate and extract is basically what we're going to do, but not necessarily in that order. Yeah, okay, ready? Sorry, Salsa. It's for your own benefit. Whoa! Whoa, look at that. The smell is something that's difficult to describe, isn't it, Rachel? Compacted cat faeces takes on a smell of its own, really. And it's certainly not for the faint-hearted. We might as well have the whole lot, mightn't we? It's at no extra charge. Oh, Salsa. A bit further in now.
You're kinking up there.
I'm kinking up, yeah. It is, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. There's that last bit. There, Salsa. How satisfying is that? Tell you what, that's a lot better, isn't it? We've now got a pretty normal bowel again.
Head nurse Rachel gives a more relaxed Salsa a rinse.
Blood riser extra. That's on the premium plan. We're on the standard plan. His face looks a lot more content. I think he's a lot more comfortable already. When you come to the vets with a very elderly cat and they're off the food, they've been sick, and you think, is this the end? So it's one of those occasions where when you give them a bit of good news, it's lovely. That makes me feel good.
Every day at Skeldale there are highs and lows. Across the hall, the mood is a little sombre. Working dog Amber has a painful and potentially life-limiting leg injury.
Well, Amber's had a pretty nasty injury to her hock. She'd been stuck in a fence and the hock's been damaged in a really bad way. The ligaments are all torn and it's completely dislocated. And she's been on fairly heavy painkillers. Come on, Amber, this way. All right, little one. That's the normal leg. And in the hock, which is the same as our ankle joint, it should be held in place like that. And that's what's happened. This kind of injury is very serious, and it's something that won't heal itself, not without me putting some bits of metal in. That's bad, isn't it?
To save her leg, surgery is Amber's only hope.
You can see there the massive extent of the problem, and my job is to realign that and then fix it so it stays put.
Sounds simple? It's anything but.
It's quite challenging. A hock is a complicated joint. There's lots of different bones there. Some of them are quite small, and you know that if you don't do it right, then the leg's not going to heal, and Amber's not going to be able to walk. The first part is to get down to the action area where all the bones are. It's completely buggered. All the joints have been mashed, and so it then comes out like that. And that's why it's so painful and so unstable. This is the bone plate, which I'm hoping to put on there like that and screw in to keep the two bits of bone together. And that job would normally have been done by ligaments, but because they've all been ruptured so badly, we need to fix it with a different method, and that's where orthopaedic implants come in. And hopefully once I've got that on and screwed in place, that should keep it nice and firm. That's the plan. The bones down here in the hock are quite tiny. There's a number of screw holes that I need to drill, and it needs to be absolutely perfect for it to work. It's not exactly like screwing some shelves together, that's for sure. Well, those two screws are above the dislocated bit, and next three are going to go below. It's really, really important that these go in exactly the right place. So one more to go. All those screws are in. There's nothing that I can do differently now. If they're not in the right position and the operation doesn't work, then the other way to solve the problem would unfortunately be to amputate the leg, and that's not something that we want to do.
It's a cold and misty morning on the North Yorkshire moors. Peter is out on his rounds.
Isn't that just magnificent?
He's on his way to one of his favourite farms to see one of his oldest clients.
Vinehalls Farm is in a lovely setting just outside Hornby. It's a traditional old family farm. It's lovely, lovely place.
For generations, Brian's family ran a traditional dairy herd.
This is Spot, this is Fiona, and then there's Maisie.
But sadly, they were forced to stop milking.
It got to the stage where it wasn't making us any money, really. All the big supermarkets haven't helped, the small dairy person anyway.
For Peter, it's sad, a sign of the times.
Once that era's gone, it never comes back. What they do now, they keep the cows and they put calves on them which suckle them and raise calves, and then the calves grow and obviously ultimately they're sold.
This one's had 2 calves. This one's had quite a few calves. And Blair, she's had quite a few.
Claire is today's patient, and she's the last of Brian's original herd.
She's been a good cow. She'll be about 14, 15. I didn't think she was in calf, but it turned out that she was.
But being an old girl, Claire has had some problems, so Peter's experience is needed.
She's not very well, and they can get quite nasty infections, so we'll have a look at her now and see how she is. Morning, Brian.
Morning, Peter, how are you?
I'm very well, how are you?
Fine, thanks. Yeah.
Grand morning, isn't
It
it?
is grand morning, yeah.
I bet you started a bit earlier than I did this morning.
About 6.
When you're a farmer, you're on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They can't say, oh, I'll have a night off tonight and get somebody else in to do it, like we do, so who would be a farmer, eh?
Tough at times, but
Yeah.
nothing could change.
You have a bad day, don't you? You think it's just, and then something comes along and it cheers you up again.
Yeah, that's right.
For Peter, there's nothing like nostalgia to make him smile.
Eh? When the cows would be milked, they would stand along here, and it was lovely to come in here on a morning like this and see all this full of cows, all with names, all standing in the same place every time. And then Brian would come along with his milk bucket with a vacuum on, plug it into the milk line. Oh, it was great.
It was a shame, really, when it came to end of it.
It was a shame, a great shame. Yeah, you can see there's a small amount of placenta. Farmers, it's called afterbirth as well for obvious reasons. Normally the afterbirth will be expelled a few hours after the calf's born. Sometimes they retain them for various reasons, and we've then got to remove them. Sometimes it can make the cows quite ill, they can feel quite sickly with it, and what happens is the placenta starts to liquefy. That's what's happened in this case. There's very little of it left, so I'm just going to pop a pipe in there. It can just give a bit of a wash out, I think. Put a bit of lube on. Would you be able to just hold the tail for me? On a cold, frosty morning, it's very nice in here. Bit smelly, but very nice. It's a mild antiseptic solution. You're going to swish about inside her now and just flush all the detritus, all the rubbish in there. Because, you know, normally the stuff should be running out by now. As she's got older, her muscles are weaker. Normally, a young, fit cow, you wouldn't have to do this. There we go. That's it now. That's lovely. Excellent. Yeah, that's lovely. Perfect. We've been using this technique for, well, since long as I qualified. We don't always do it though. With a young cow, where the muscles are all strong, then they just expel the debris fairly quickly. But this old girl, everything's headed south really. The uterus is big and bulbous inside, it hasn't contracted down, partly because of the age and partly because of the rubbish that's in there. So the idea of putting the antiseptic in, it gives a uterus something to work on. It'll push on that now and push it out. It'll dilute all the toxins, and it'll just make her feel a lot better.
So, Mum's on the mend.
Good, well, we'll see where we go on, please.
Yeah, well, she should be all right.
Yeah.
But before he heads back, Peter can't resist a peek at baby.
It's a cracking little calf, though. I think she's done you proud, Brian, with a calf like that.
So this is the moment of truth. Yeah, let's see what this looks like. Fantastic. That was beforehand, all out of position, and that's now, so that's, well, there's that big gap that was there, is now completely lined up. Puts a smile in your face, doesn't it, that? Look at that bionic leg. You'd think it was a different leg altogether. The next step really for Amber, she needs to have a bandage on this leg for a few weeks to keep it stable and keep it protected and give it some extra support.
Today, she's back with owner Alan.
She's going to have the strapping off, which has been on to support the leg while it heals, and hopefully the bone will have mended by this time.
Alan, how's she doing? All right?
She's doing fine, actually.
We'll take that off today, and then I'm hoping that we'll leave it off now. Oh, it looks good, that. You can see there, she's actually putting quite a bit of force against my hand. It's brilliant, isn't it? But this is looking absolutely superb. It's healed really, really well. And she's really exceeded all expectations, I think,
yes.
Certainly from what I was expecting anyway. Good. You can stand up if you want, Amber. Look at that, that's amazing. Now we've taken the bandage off, there's obviously no extra support, so this is another kind of stage where you've just to keep a bit of a close check on things, concentrate on flatter walks rather than hilly walks. We'll be guided in part by what she feels comfortable doing.
Okay,
all right, thanks Ellen, all the best.
Julian.
See ya.
I thought there was a risk that she would lose the leg because it was totally dislocated, and I was grateful that Julian could actually come up with a solution.
Surgery like this is always challenging, and it doesn't always go completely according to plan, so an outcome like this is perfect.
Not all Skeldale's patients are family-friendly pets. Today, Peter is on his way to a rare and dangerous case.
I'm going to go and see a friend of mine. He's rung me to say that he's seen a stag deer that's got its antlers caught in a lot of twine. It's quite dangerous to get near it, so he isn't able to free it, and he's called for our help.
Maurice Duffield made the call.
My wife and my grandson were walking the dog this morning, and I think grandson spotted it. They came a bit nearer and then realised it was tangled up with string, and so came down and told me. I came back to see, and I thought, well, I ain't going to tackle that on my own.
When dealing with wild animals, even Peter needs reinforcements.
I'm taking Helen Blackburn with me and Rachel, our head nurse, who are always very good in these situations, and so we're going to see if we can work this together. If this deer isn't freed, it will die. It's as simple as that. So we've just got to assess the situation when we get there and see what's possible and what isn't possible. Thanks, John.
They must prepare for all eventualities.
Got Sweege's needles.
Got 20mm 2 tubes, a handful of needles.
So we might not have long. We might have to work fairly quick.
What's that saw for?
Just in case I have to saw the antler off.
All right.
Peter has also called in deer expert John Fawcett to help.
Part of my job and what I do is I manage deer. I've been managing deer for 40 years now, over 40 years.
Walk from it, it's on the top of that.
After a muddy hike, they find the fallow stag.
Is David? Oh, he's there, yeah. So badly entwined around his antlers that he'd have just died if he hadn't been found.
I don't want him to pull it out at the ground and go away with it on his head.
Yeah.
Might be my problem anyway, looking how wicky he is.
Because it's been so active, it's actually made it much stronger.
If you try and sedate them, the wild animal and the stress will kill them. We've tried it before with wild deer.
But without a sedative, trying to restrain the stressed stag could be deadly.
These animals are lethal. They look sweet, but they are very, very dangerous. And if you get kicked by them, it could be fatal. If we cannot safely free the deer, then we're going to have to humanely put him to sleep.
Farming is one of the longest standing traditions in Yorkshire. Large homesteads for rearing livestock are a common sight dotted across the North Yorkshire moors. But it's not all cows and sheep.
Party pig.
Judith Skilbeck favours another animal of the four-legged variety.
How's my family doing? How's my family? Hello, Elf. I've had goats all my life, and we really enjoy their company. They're all real characters. It's just like having a load of dogs around, really. They're sort of a cross between a dog and a deer. They're very, very affectionate. They just love being around us. Morning, Capsicum. We just check your babies out.
Judith's furry family has recently expanded.
I've got 5 kids at the moment, and they're all very young, and it's time that they were disbudded, just having their tiny little horns removed so that they don't grow for safety reasons.
And that's where Julian comes in.
Thank you. Doesn't know what I need this morning, goat. Shush! They grow into massive hounds if we don't take them off. And they cause damage to themselves and damage to each other, and generally add to the chaos.
Dealing with 5 screaming kids isn't easy.
Are they always this noisy?
Julian will need help.
I couldn't resist. I just heard them calling.
Whenever we get to deal with goats like this, I usually turn to Kate. She's my wingman, really, when it comes to this kind of procedure. She's very good with goats, and I know she's quite fond of them, so we make quite a good team.
Just selecting a face mask so we can deliver the anaesthetic safely.
That's probably okay. Goats don't tolerate local anaesthetic injections at all well, so we have to give them anaesthetic gas to make sure they're fully asleep. They can't feel anything. If there's any commotion or objection, it's only because they'd rather be back on the farm. A bit like a creme brulee thing for. We burn around the base. The aim is to get this nubbin out, really, and that's where the new horn grows from. So once we've taken that off, that means it shouldn't come back again. Right, let's get another one lined up. Right then, who wants a cuddle?
The kids aren't keen.
Shush. Come back! I need help with this one, Kate. At least that makes them a bit quieter. It smells a bit beefy, this, doesn't it, somehow? Brian's gone to tell them all how much fun it is. Well, he's saying, look at me, look at my cool blue head. What do you think? It wasn't that bad, was it? No, it was fine.
Owner Judith is back to take her beloved kids home.
They like a cuddle, don't they?
I'm going to tuck them back up again with their mummies.
After her complex leg surgery, working dog Amber is back home with owner Alan. And she's walking tall.
I had to take her out for
short walks and then building up gradually. Certainly visibly you can't see it. In fact, I don't believe that when you see her walking now that you can actually tell she's been injured. She's been as good as gold, actually. Do you know what Labradors are like? They are part of the family. Good girl, aren't you? Yeah, you are.
And finally, she's strong enough to rejoin her four-legged family.
It was the most severe injury I've had with any dog in working over 30 years with them. The worry's gone, and I'm confident that she's going to make a complete recovery.
Earlier, Farmer Morris called Peter and deer expert John to an emergency.
These animals are lethal, and if you get kicked by them, it could be fatal.
If you try and sedate them, the wild animal and the stress will kill them.
If we cannot safely free the deer, then we're going to have to put him to sleep. You'd think he'd tire, wouldn't you?
Vet Helen Blackburn and head nurse Rachel are on hand to help.
I wondered if I could
get a rope and then close it round him.
Yeah.
But Peter hopes deer expert John Fawcett can safely subdue the terrified youngster. It won't be easy.
You haven't to be apprehensive. If you're going to go for it, go in and tackle it and go straight for it. If you start holding back, then that's when you get hurt.
Where's that knife?
Peter knows they must act quickly.
Yeah, that should be okay.
When you get that one free, he's not going to start and float about more, is he?
The boat there. Yeah. Right. Can you take shape, Morris? Ready?
Yeah, you go.
Right on, John. Hey! Wasn't that fantastic? Thank you, Rach. He didn't wait to say thank you very much, did he?
No, I thought we might have got a little kick at the back of the legs as he went, but he never did.
It just shows what man-made litter can do as far as wildlife's concerned, and fortunately our friend here's got away with it.
It's got probably another eight years life. Hopefully it'll go on to be a master book and have his own territory and get some of his own family with a bit of luck.
It's great. It's a brilliant feeling. It's a really good feeling.
Hopefully it won't get into any further troubles this evening or in the future.
Morris, I'm glad you're here. You just needed a little bit of weight on that back end.
That's what held him down.
I wouldn't have missed this for £1 million. That animal now has gone back to leading a normal life, and within a short time, if it hadn't been dealt with, it would have been dead. So to do something like this, it puts a spring in all our steps.